Hi, everyone. The passage that we are going to read together today is called First Grade Chooses a Snack. So, if you have your packet out in front of you, if you will just follow along with me while I read, and we are going to go ahead and get started. Miss Herrera talked to her first grade class. Tomorrow, we are going to have a special snack. The class will choose it. I will name two snacks. Each of you may vote for one. The snack with the most votes wins. Miss Herrera said, the first choice is apple slices. Hold up your hand if you want apple slices. Miss Herrera counted 9 hands in the air. The second choice is banana slices. Hold up your hand if you want those. Miss Herrera counted 6 hands in the air. Tomorrow, our special snack will be apple slices, she said. Good job, class. So, boys and girls, the apple slices won because right here it tells us that 9 hands voted for apples and only 6 voted for bananas. And we know that 9 is greater than 6. So, the class voted on apple slices. So, let's go ahead and look at our questions that go along with this passage. Number 1, what is Miss Herrera's class doing in this passage? Are they deciding what game to play? Are they voting for a special snack? Or are they choosing a name for their class mascot? So if we look right here in the title, it said first grade chooses a snack. So the title actually tells us what the class is doing, and what are they choosing? They're choosing a snack to have. Good job. So the answer would be B. They are voting for a special snack. Number 2, when in the story do we learn what special snack the class votes for? So we're going to have to go back in the passage and look, and we're going to figure out what they actually vote for. Is it in the beginning of the story, the middle of the story, or the end? So if we look at this second line from the bottom, it says, tomorrow our special snack will be apple slices. So let's look at the story. Is that the beginning of the story, the middle of the story, or the end of the story? It is at the end of the story. So that answer is C. Number 3, 9 students raised their hand to vote for apple slices. 6 students raised their hand to vote for banana slices. Why will the special snack be apple slices? So remember, 9 voted for apples, 6 voted for bananas. So why did apples win? Is it because 15 students in the class voted? Which that would mean that 9 plus 6 is 15. So that means they all voted. Is it B, each of the students voted for either banana slices or apple slices? Or is it C, that more students voted for apples than for banana slices? So when we typically have a vote, we are deciding which one is going to have the most votes. And in this case, remember, apples had the most votes because they had 9. So why did apples win? Good, because more students voted for the apples. So that answer would be C. Number 4, what is first grade chooses a snack mainly about? So let's think about the main idea of this passage. Is the main idea that Miss Herrera's class voting to choose a snack fairly? Is it using voting to make a decision in your classroom? Or is it a Valentine's Day party in Miss Herrera's class? Well, we can probably already eliminate C because we don't know if it's Valentine's Day. The passage never said anything about Valentine's Day. So do you think the main idea of this passage is that the class is voting to choose a snack fairly, or using voting to make a decision in your classroom? This answer is A because this answer is about Miss Herrera's class. Your classroom may use voting, but we're reading a story about Miss Herrera's class and how they're choosing their snacks. So the answer is A. That is what this story is mainly about, the main idea. Number 5, this is going to be one of your written answers. How do the students in Miss Herrera's class show what they want to vote for? So we are going to go back to the passage. And right here, she says, hold your hand if you want apple slices. So if they wanted apples, they would raise their hand. And if they chose bananas, they would also, down here it says, hold up your hand. So you can write on in that blank there that they chose by raising their hand, or you can write holding up their hand. But that's how they voted. They just raised their hand. And I'm sure that that's how most of you vote in your classrooms as well. Number 6, what did you learn from first grade chooses a snack? So remember, these are always something that you learned. There is no right or wrong answer. You're just going to write one thing that you learned. And I love seeing you guys use the question in this answer. Whenever you send me your work, you'll say things like, I learned that. Or we always want to try to use the question in our answer when we are answering. So that would be a great way for you to start out number 6. I learned that. And then you can tell me one thing that you learned. At the bottom of this picture, or I'm sorry, at the bottom of your paper, you can draw a picture of the class voting for their special snack.